Okay, here we go. So this is how to create a collaborative presentation in Google Drive from scratch. So here I am. I go to Google, my starting point. If I'm not logged in already, I can tell I am because I've got my picture there. I log in, I sign in. And then first stage, click on the app thing and go to the ribbon, three-colored thing. I don't really know what you call it, the kind of triangle thing. And that icon will take you into your Google Drive. And within your Google Drive, you will see folders and subfolders or nothing at all. It depends how frequently you use it. So I just wait for that to come in. There we go. Just takes its time, gives me a time to think and reflect and know what it is that I'm going to be creating. Now, you might find that you have the word new here. It all amounts to the same thing. You click on it, you get the same options. But essentially, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my drive. I'm going to go to the folder where I want to create this. So let's put it in stuff to do with e-teaching. Okay. And then I'm going to create a presentation. That's the first thing that I do. And then I wait again, twiddle my thumbs, look around the room. And again, while that's grinding away, I think, how am I going to set this up? Do I want to give them information for them to edit? Do I want to give them the basics so that they can illustrate or find videos? Do I want to just give them the titles and then they can put the content in themselves? How many students per presentation? That kind of thing. Think through the logistics of it all. The technique is here. So then I choose one of the templates. I saw this one being used last night and I rather liked it. So I click on that, click OK. And there we go. And then again, while I'm waiting, I think about what I'm going to call it. So let's just call this a shared presentation. I click OK. And now that's enough for me to work with. Or I can give it a title on cheese or whatever it happens to be. I can put instructions in here if I want. And if I want, I can add slides with suggested headings or groupings or whatever. And that's pretty much it. I've set up my template, maybe add a few more slides so they've got something to play with. If I want to put some common features to a slide, I can add prompts, whatever they may be, to get them all working. And once that's done, I can right-click on that slide and duplicate it to save me time as well. So all the sorts of things that you might expect to be able to do in PowerPoint, you can do most of those things in here with fewer templates, but it's quite simple. And the key thing is inserting an image or inserting a video. Everything else is just by the by, really. You've got the basics there. Now remember, the idea is that multiple authors can edit this same presentation. So you've got to think about how people are going to go to slides. Do you just allow them to fight their way, organize themselves in the group? How many is workable? That kind of thing. I would say that probably around 8 is the maximum number to avoid confusion. But it's quite easy to create 4 of these identically and give them different links. Anyway, the next step here is on the share button there. Look at that. Remember that. That's where the magic lies. Because at the moment, if I hover over it, it says private only to me. But if I then click on that, I could, if I wanted to, invite people by name on any email address. It doesn't have to be Google. Because if I open it up, anybody can edit it, even without a Google account. But I like making things easier by clicking Advanced, changing the private link to, see this one, anyone with the link, and here, anyone with the link can edit. And that just makes life so much easier. And I've never experienced any vandalism. The links are still quite hard to find. You're much more likely to get vandalism from your own students than from an outsider, put it that way. And for the cost benefit is something that I always try and weigh up with technology is, you know, the likelihood of something happening is so minimal compared to the advantages and the ease with which students can access this. So save that. And there I've got a link. See that? Anyone who has the link can edit. So what does that mean? That means my students need that link in order to be able to edit it. The trouble is, that's what that link looks like. So what do? Well, I can take that link, cut that out of there, and, for example, I could put it into a Padlet and make it accessible from there. Or, because that's it much easier to write on the board. Or, as a matter of routine, I might put it in Moodle, I might put it in a blog, any other shared space, in a Pirate Pad, anything like that. Or if I just want something for a one-off session, I'm going to tiny URL it, or other URL shortening tools are available, of course. So the way that I do that is I go to tinyurl.com, I home and I mutter, well, the wireless takes me there. I paste it in there and see where it says custom alias here. I'm going to think of something unique. So shared pres demo. Quite long, but I'm pretty sure that will be available. No spaces, no capitals, no messing about, something unique, something easy to write up on the board. Because then what I can do is walk into the class and say, you lot, or all of you, or however many of you, I want you to go to that. And I write that up on the board or on a window or on a table or on a piece of card and hand it around, whatever. Because as soon as the student types in tinyurl.com/shared pres demo, it will take them to that shared presentation and they will be able to edit it. Okay? So with that in mind, I might go and change the settings back so that anyone with that link that I've now shared with the world can't actually edit it. But let's leave it open a bit. Let's allow anyone with the link to be able to comment, just to illustrate the change that you can make, and the fact that if I'm putting this video online, no doubt someone will come in and say something hilarious or rude, and I want to try and avoid that as well, because you wouldn't be announcing to the world what your tiny URL is. So just to repeat the process, I go to Google Drive, I click Create Presentation. It takes me into a presentation, I change the title, I create the template. I then go to the Share options, click Advanced. Anyone with the link can edit. Once I've done that, I copy that link and I put it on my blog or put it in Moodle. Or if I want to just write it up so the students can go straight in, I tiny URL it and make a custom alias there that's memorable and easy to write. And that is pretty much it. I bet I think of something really important as soon as I click stop. But I hope you found that useful.